Hello and welcome back to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. Today is the 13th, so I hope everybody has had a lovely Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if Rob is just busy or away or whatever the case. I was hoping to have a game tonight with him, but that's not the case. So, instead, we're going to go through a hopefully quick scenario and figure things out as we go along. So the scenario I kind of semi-randomly picked just because this one seems to have a smaller unit count. I picked scenario J-039. This is from journal I can't remember. Probably, well, you know what? I'm not going to guess. Journal 3. Which makes sense due to the low number. But this scenario involves the Germans versus British and some Norwegians. This takes place in Norway, so going back a little bit in time, and hopefully I'm currently using the beta patch or beta version of the module, so hopefully nothing crashes on me. I don't think it will, but, just to be safe. Now, this scenario, like I said, involves the British and Norwegians and Germans. This one is interesting in that it's not, I don't think it is specifically a, landing with boats or anything. I don't see any boats anywhere, but it does involve piers and units kind of just entering on them. So, interesting nonetheless, and we'll see if I can survive this. Now, I am going to have to randomly determine a starting position because obviously it's impossible for me to pick this without kind of skewing things. So we'll see if I get screwed over, and honestly, it'll just give me a good opportunity to kind of spread out my defenses and think about it. So, in this scenario, I think I gave myself one too many. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So the British and Norwegians and Germans all set up in technically simultaneously, but also as per the SSRs, they all do this essentially in order. So the British set up first, then it is the Germans that have to set up, and then it is the Norwegians. So we'll go with the British first. This scenario is interesting in that it involves exit VP, and that both sides are trying to exit units off of the board. Now they both have to try and get it off of the east side, which oh cool. I like some of these changes already. The north. Well, there's going to be some new counters essentially. So apologies if things start to look different. That is just through the very hard work that guys like Doug and others put in on this. Someday I will try to memorize other people's contributions to other people in this, because obviously it's not always Doug that is doing all of the work. But nonetheless, it is still very much welcome that these guys do this for free. Presumably just guys, but hopefully there's some there's the rare woman participates in ASL, and I hope to see more as time goes on. Although admittedly World War II is not always a super popular topic. Nonetheless, so there's some new counters with the beta. There's some new functionality, so I'm not going to go over that. It's not really my place to talk about that, just because I don't really mess around with all of the features no matter what. So the British set up first. A couple things. This goes through the SSRs just to make sure I'm not screwing anything up. So there are 3 wooden piers. These are an 8C4, 8H4, and 8O4. All buildings are wooden. So I need to change some stuff because that involves both maps. So let's get both maps. All wood. Gotta redo this. And hopefully this doesn't break anything. Alright, cool. So all buildings need to be stone. Presumably, Z0 here is, or sorry, wood. Presumably Z0 also has to be wood, but I don't really know when a overlay is placed after uh, something like that. So we'll assume that it has to be wood anyways. Now all of the multi-hex wooden buildings on board 8, this is the upper board, have to be or are factories. Um, for all intents and purposes, it shouldn't change too much, but it will affect LOS within each building and the amount of protection that they subsequently give. So hopefully it is not too much for one or the other side to overcome. Also, I think it should be pointed out that I did try to use the uh, board transformation on this map on the upper board, and I'm not sure if it did it correctly. As an example, when making the transformation, apparently the wall and hedge along the river from H4 to I4 should still exist. Okay, so H4, I4, that hedge still exists. So hopefully everything else is done correctly. Orchards are out of season, probably due to how far north this is to continental Europe. The row houses are all single-story houses. This is super important because obviously single-story houses are different than having a multi-level. They also don't have their rows or their black bars, so you can technically have LOS from W6 to Y6 as an example, and they are treated as open ground, so you have LOS. British setup first, then Germans, then Norwegians. Before the British setup, the German player secretly records one of the peers as entry hex. Like I said, I can't, well, I can, but it kind of heavily changes what I would do, so I'm not going to bother choosing. We'll just do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from left to right as we once we get there. But I'd rather it be a secret even before I start rolling. So next up, during the turns 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Germans will get an automatic number of units that come in, and they have to be divided for them to essentially show up. So by turn 4, you should have gotten all of your reinforcements, and there's a type of hex that essentially becomes a route purpose hex. Norwegian and British units are treated as allied troops. Probably won't come up, but never know. So anyways, let's go ahead and try to figure out what I want to do with the British. The British don't cower in this one, and I do set up on board 21, which is the lower board, including half hexes. So I think first and foremost, I'm not going to want singular units, or more than singular units, so I think having something like this as a death stack, unless I want to stack them in AA2, but I think keeping them in the middle so I can react to almost anything is probably the best. I am allowed to set up on half hexes of board 8. Otherwise, yeah, I think a probably best option would be Y2 AA2. So far, this is probably good enough. I kind of want to have this split here, so we'll do this and Y2. AA2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm gonna keep him AA2 because I probably have a good line of sight. I'm pretty sure I don't see C2. I don't think anybody sees C2, so I think I'll do it like this. Okay. So that is the British. Now the Germans get to set up in hexes numbered 2 or greater on board 8. So I can set up in essentially just across the road. If I can, my thinking right now is that as the British, if I can blunt the Germans fast enough, then it won't matter what reinforcements they get because they won't be able to establish any sort of control point, or whatever the word, whatever I'm looking for, like a strong point or whatever. Now mortar, man, the mortars suck too, so I really don't, there's not a huge benefit. I really don't have a benefit from doing that. I think what I might try doing here is we're gonna go all in on trying to blow up this unit, this stack. The mortar is kind of just for fluff, so I can move them around if I need to, and I don't want to DM it. But honestly, there's not much of a, I don't really see what I could possibly get out of that mortar. But perhaps I'm just not thinking of it clearly, properly, however you want to really term it. Sniper probably only gets to go into Y1, and for the British, Sniper really can go anywhere, but we'll keep them on the back side. I think there are 3. Are they 3? 4. Dang. ELR 3. Norwegians have an ELR 2, but we'll see if that comes into play at all. Allied Miner, and then they've got some 4.57s, a 7.0, and an LMG. Now, what do... Okay, so the Norwegians also get a setup. They set up last, and they get the same setup as the German, or British. So let's fill in some gaps here. I think this, and I think a central presence is kind of what I'm looking for. I don't know if maybe to prevent cowering in case these guys fall. Probably my best bet. Alright, so that exists. I've got my ELR. I should probably add all this info to the info page. SAN of 2 and ELR 3, ELR 4. Okay, now last thing last is single die roll. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got middle, so all my reinforcements are going to come in on the middle, or in the middle, which honestly it's not that bad. I do fear like I'm kind of pigeonholing myself, but we'll see if that really becomes a problem. 2, 3, then we'll clone them. Deselect, clone them. I now have 12. I have an 8-1. Oh, I have 2 8-1s. I have a 9-1 and an 8-0. All right, they really going all out on this. I have a DM MMG. I have 2 LMGs and 2 DM mortars. Man, these mortars, they really want you to have mortars. I don't think I will ever care about them, but we'll see. Okay, so let's close this for units. I don't think I need anything for units at the moment. What do I have left? So SSR 3 is now complete. I've got my units set up. I do need... So every turn I need... Every turn I get 3 squads. Every turn I get 3 squads, I get the choice of an LMG and or a mortar. Now, I don't really care for the mortars, so I might legitimately keep them as a last option, unless I keep that for like 1 extra turn. I do want the MMG first, and then I think an 8-1. You know what? Maybe I should start stacking stronger like that. Okay. Now, they enter as per SSR 3. Land on this as if entering from off-board from... Okay. I feel like this is probably the order I want. But we'll hide those for now so that they're not a super huge distraction or anything. Would they come in concealed? Maybe, but I'll probably lose it soon enough anyways, so we're not going to bother. All right, I think that's it. So goal, like I said, for both sides is that they need to exit VP off of this edge. Nothing else matters. It's not about... you don't need to focus on kills necessarily. You just need to focus on EVP. Now that being said, killing stuff means you don't have to. You have to exit less. So if, like I said, if the allies can survive, which I'm starting to regret this stack, but if they can survive, then less to worry about. You know what? I'm going to see if there's any errata for this scenario because it's starting to that stone building is really starting to bug me because that is a very important building. So blah blah blah. All buildings are wooden. SSR2 replace H4. Oh, they just removed whatever. That's in motion. Okay, yeah, it is wood. All right, cool. So I'm not going insane. Cool. So that is all I need to put to rest here. I got my direction, moderate for weather, all that stuff. We'll go and start this show. So, turn 1, weather, no action. Rally phase, I don't care for doing anything. I don't think the allies have anything they can really do. I could probably split troops, but honestly, I think I really want the firepower concentrated here. Prep fire, I've already discussed this. Prep fire is going to be H2 to Z0. If it doesn't work, then it's going to be terrible for the Germans. If it does work, then yeah, could be a problem. Now, it is a wood building, so it's a +2. It is a -1 for the leader, so it's an overall +1. We're looking at 8 on 15, which is going to be a pretty dangerous number here. At least 1 morale check, I believe. Just 1 morale check. I was 2 firepower shy of a little bit more. Which, if I'd added the 4, 19, 8 on 19, I would have gotten, whatever. So, 1 morale check. We have the, okay. Leader breaks. Okay. That is a wound, and then wound severity. Okay. Okay. How did I roll? How did I roll 9 3 times in a row in the same configuration? Wow. Okay. Well, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword, as they say. I was not expecting that. I just want to clarify real quick if a hero has to do a survival or if he just gets wounded and that's it. Hero. Random creation. Blah, blah, blah. If a wounded have fail, yeah, okay, you have to undergo wound severity. Yeah, okay, so that happened. Yeah, a 4 up 2 is not going to be worthwhile necessarily, but then what do I do with them? You know what? Actually, factually, if I do opportunity fire, I keep his 4. That might be worth it. So it's either a 4 up 2 now, or... But I do have to... I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to keep I'm just going to keep this as is. I'm not going to declare him opportunity fire. We'll go to movement phase. I'm going to assault move him to F1. Now, it's not really important enough for me to care about shooting with them, so I'm not going to bother. These guys... Now, I believe I have to go into H3. By the physics of the pier, I believe, kind of like a road, you have to exit into O3, for example. You have to exit into C3. So this should be 2 moving factors. I don't think anybody can shoot them, so I'll go to G3 for 3, and then 4-5 into G2. As I get into G2, I need to try and get some shots in because, well, I mean, everybody saw the shot. So we'll do a 4 up 1. Okay. 4 on 4. That didn't trigger a sniper. 4 on 4, 1 morale check. Leader is pinned, fine, and broken. So that you are pinned, and you are pinned. Okay, well, that did not work to what I wanted, but might as well. I'm going to try and merge these guys. Do I have LOS? I do. So it's going to be a 10 firepower up 1. And just in case, I'm going to double check here. Pretty sure factory should not have any sort of special TEM. And moving into it should not change it in any way, shape, or form. It should still just be +2 plus whatever. Factory represents LOS obstacle. Yeah. Okay. So it is a 10 firepower up 1. That is 8 on 10. It is a normal morale check. We've got a leader who's fine, a squad who's fine, a second squad who's fine, and a squad that is reduced to a half squad. Cool. I should place this guy on top. And we can do it like this. Alright. So these guys are considered shot. We'll go to defensive as I have nothing else to do as the Germans. In the defensive fire phase, I might as well just try all of these opportunities here. That's going to be a miss. 4 up 2. Nope. These guys don't have any shots. So we'll go to advanced fire phase. Now here, I'm going to try. So these two will shoot. They're both stacks. Leader's pinned, so he can't really add his modifier anyways, so why I'm more partial to adding all these guys. So I have 2, 4, 5 plus the MMG, which because it acts as an LMG because it's German, it should be a 6.5, which doesn't exist, so it'll just be a 6 up 2. On these guys, they'll cower, so I can't imagine there's anything there. Go to routes. Now, routes is going to be very interesting because if I route these guys, they get interdicted no matter what. There's no... I can see all 3 of these hexes. So the question is, do I bother? There's no reason to move these guys because I do want the 9-1 to try and help them out. If I keep these guys here... they're at least way more likely to survive because the interdiction is bad. But if I don't rally them, they're screwed. And I have a lot of turns to play with as the Germans. I think I'm going to risk it by keeping him there. I don't think the ends justify the means here. But if I don't rally, they're probably dead. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep them there because they'll act as a second spot to shoot. Because if I move them, they could die in the road, so it doesn't really matter. Or at least, yeah, he'll get reduced. I think he would die because of the reduction, so, yeah. Advances. Advances, that's an interesting question. Do I want to advance anybody? You know what? I think I'll move that guy there. Just to split them up so it's not a catastrophe if anything happens. But I think outside that, that's probably all I want to do. We go to Allied, essentially Allied turn 1. Nothing happens in the weather. Rallies, I have a self-rally from the leader that makes it. And then a second rally that is up 4, down 3. So up 1. So they both make it, which is surprising. A little grateful that I didn't. All right. A little grateful I didn't put more there. Was not expecting that guy to get the 12, but what can you do? All right, now let's try to fight back here. I think I'll do 4 up 2. 7 Pintash check. Both pass. Sniper doesn't activate. You are shot. 4 up 2. Nope. We'll do these two against the middle stack again. So it's a 10 up 2. It is a 7 on 10, which should definitely be a 1 check. It is a 1 check. Leader breaks, and squad is fine. They take a Pintash check because the leader broke. Sniper activates. Sniper goes 3-6. He goes here and will... I mean, the choice doesn't really matter. And does he activate a second time? No. Or, sorry. There. Random. Actually, I'm just going to take those back, and I'm going to do random selection. Alright, so I tied. Alright, cool. We fixed it. Cool. Is there anything else? I think that was it from that shot. I think so, yeah. Okay, so that happened. Yeah, let's try 6 flat. They don't cower because it's leader directed. 6 on 6 is a 1 morale check. Everybody's breaking here. Break. Okay. All right. Actually, there's only one broken guy there. This might cause a game over here. This might legitimately cause a game over here. Well, maybe not game over, but essentially game over. All right, let's see if I can do this here. So, yeah. So, guy in because if this works, this this wins me the scenario. If it doesn't, then you know what? I'm playing against myself, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to declare CX with squad in Y2. They'll go to Z1 for 1. They'll go to AA1 for 2. At this point, sensing... Well, you know what? I probably shouldn't do anything with them. So I'll go to BB0 for 3. This guy is going to take a shot, so it's 8 down 2. Okay, so that goes away, which is very unfortunate. Does this still work? I think so. So 458. Ooh, I could CX with 2, 3, 4, 5. No. But I need him to do things anyways. So yeah, 2, 3. Like I said, I know what I'm trying to do here. So I will try for, these guys will shoot for a 7 down 2. 6 on 7 is a morale check of some sort, which they'll break because I've passed like 3 morale checks out of like 20 already. Crazy. Okay. So bypass 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So CX bypass 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, bypass 5. And then does it... It probably doesn't matter. I probably just go here for 6. And then the 8-1 and squad will declare CX. They will go 1, 2... I guess technically... no, because they're not the closest. These guys are the closest, so that doesn't work. Which means these guys should have a free pass. So I can do bypass 3, 4, bypass 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 6, 7. If I get here, that would kill them. Oh, they could go to the upper floor because it's a factory, right? No, it doesn't have a printed stairwell. But I think they could still go. Yeah, they could probably still go on the upper floor. Cost 1, fully tracked, blah, blah. Normal building entrance cost. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. In either case, has no upper. All occupants are ground level. So they can't get away. So the same. So, yeah. So 1, 2, bypass, bypass. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to try for it because I might as well. I'll just get everybody to shoot. Okay. So that's probably. That's probably. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's moving. We're in defensive. Nobody can shoot anymore because these guys both shot. These guys are all broken. We go to advanced fire phase. I don't need to advance fire, but I might as well against these guys adjacent to him. I hope I'm not gonna get the 9-liter back, but if I can break that squad with the MMG, then it further cements, everything that's gonna happen. So it's a 4. This gets negated, so it's a 4 up 2. Didn't matter. All right, so we're not even gonna bother putting counters on there. So now we go to routes. Now route is very interesting here because again. Factories are single level buildings. So this entire stack dies. Actually, they would become prisoners. Prisoners don't count in this. I don't know. I really wish they did, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it just says prisoners not allowed or not applicable. For exit VP. So I am going to refuse to take prisoners. This way I get rid of 3 squads and a leader in that hex alone. This guy has to move, but he can't. He can see these guys and he would get closer. So this leader also is removed. And then these guys don't have to move, but they'll be hosed soon enough anyways. So that is it for routes. Technically this guy had to go first, and I can just route him down, and that's fine. I could probably continue, but yeah, you know what? I'll continue. I don't think it matters. So that's it for routes. Advances, honestly, advances is not going to be anything fancy. I don't really have much I want to do. Do I even want to? So this guy, this CX guy is going to, I'm going to send him towards the LMG, and the other guys are going to go to there, and essentially these guys are just, these guys, the guys off board can't go anywhere at this point, so it's kind of game over. I don't, I guess like prep fire and then hope for the best. So I guess that is technically true, but we'll see. Is there any other advances? I really don't see if there's. I don't see a need for any others. I think so. No melee, no close combat or anything. We'll go to turn 2 finally. In my reinforcements, I mean, I don't really have any other options, so we'll just do that stack. We do weather, no change, rally phase. Now, I can attempt to self-rally. I won't get it because that is a +5, -1, because the self-rally is a +1 overall. So nothing happens there. I'm trying to think back. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess up any ELRs because the British are 3. Speaking of, that guy can't rally, so he just stays that way. Well, I'll try to fix machine gun first and then try to pick up LMG. LMG gets picked up. These guys are still CX'd, and that's it for rally. Prep fire phase. I don't have anybody that can shoot this effectively from anywhere outside of the pier, so we'll just do the, what is this? What is this, 15, 30 up 1? 7 on 30, I believe. 7 on 30, 4 morale check. He will ELR and break, and squad will ELR and break. They will lose CX, but that's fine. These guys are prep fired. Yeah, I don't really have any really great options here, so I'm going to try the 8 up 2. 6 on 8 is a 1 check, I believe. Yeah. I rolled a 6, which means this guy is completely fine, not even pinned. Sniper does not activate. And then 4 up 2, don't get anything. Okay, that's it for that. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I do need to technically enter them. I can't enter 2 mortars at the same time. It has to be just 1. Okay, so that's it for prep fire. No movement because, I mean, well, yeah, just not much I can really do. Defensive. So in the defensive, we'll do 4 up 2. Nope. 4 up 2. Cowers to 2. That is a 4 on 2, which is a 1 morale check, plus German sniper. So 1 morale check. He's fine. He's fine. Sniper doesn't activate. Oops. We'll get some counters here so I don't forget. I'll shoot H2 to G2 because why not? That is a 14 up 3. No. Or at least pretty sure 11 on 14. No. But hopefully when I get my mojo back there, it won't be too bad. I'm going to stack these 2 together to shoot at F1. So we're looking at 10 up 2. Damn, man, my rolls have been good. 1 morale check again. So morale check, break, and he's fine, but it is a sniper activation. Doesn't activate. Okay, so those guys. I might as well just do a 6 flat against the one guy. 6 on 6 is, I believe, a 1 morale check, and that guy will also break. That is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Okay. So all that happened. Advanced fire phase, none. I can dispense with the counters here. Routes. So the Germans have to go first because they are the attacker. This guy has to move. So G2 has to go somewhere. He can't route to F1 because he's getting closer. You know what? I might have been able to... Oh, no, wait, because the guy was in G3, so he couldn't have gone there. I can technically go to G2 because there is hindrance from G3. And then from there, my target would be... I guess I could... Legally, my target can be F3. So I'll go to F3. I don't think it really... Excuse me, really matters. And I'm not getting closer to these guys. Can... F1C... No, okay. So, technically, I could drop this mortar and do the same thing. And then hope that I can get a leader to this pack here at some point and survive. Now, these guys then get to move. There's no reason why I wouldn't route back. I can continue. So I think the smartest thing here is just go to F1. That'll take 6. And just try to survive there. That's it for routes. Advances, get into H3. And that's it. We go to CC. There's none. Allied turn 2. We got weather. No change. Rally phase. In the rally phase, I will try to self-rally. I will get the self-rally. Over here, leader will try to rally. He will get it because it is a +5, -1 for being in the building. So +4 overall, which is exactly what I needed. Wow, I will get this guy too, because that's just a +4. He's not self-rallying, so I get the -1. And then these guys can't rally, so nothing happens. Okay. So far, not... this is a scenario, all right. Prep fire phase. I will try a shot to H2. Now, because it is from factory to factory, it should only be a 1 TEM, I believe. So this is a 14 up 1. 10 on 14, I believe, is a pin test check. It is. So pin test check, pin test check, pin test check, and pin test check. Everybody is fine. This guy is marked prep fire. Oh, sorry, it was a +2. My bad. It didn't. The rolls didn't matter anyways. But, whoops. All right. Any other prep fire stuff I want to do? I think I will try for a 4 up 3. Didn't get it, but I could have potentially gotten a morale check. So I want to DM those guys and be rid of them, so to speak. Now, in the movement phase, here's why I have a lot of options. And I don't really have anywhere to be shot from. So, I think I want to keep this here. There's no reason to ever move away from that, which is completely fine. I don't think this guy would get shot if I go around. So I will do a dash, get him to Y2, because I need just a little bit of protection, just in case. These 3 stacks are all going to go to G1. So 1, 2. Again, these guys can't see them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to try and load the bases here. These guys are going to declare CX. So I will go 2, 3. Actually, no, I should bypass. So 1, 2, 3, and 6. And I really don't think these guys could have seen them in D2. Is there a chance? No, no way. So we'll get to E3. And then, yeah, these guys are kind of probably boned. Now, I can't tell if that's a black bar or if it's just the shading. Is the thing everywhere? All buildings or wooden, all multi on factories. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a row house, but I don't know how. I think that might just be a shading thing. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. Defensive fire phase. I mean, I really need to get rid of these guys. So I will try. I'll just shoot. That is a 30 flat. So 11 on 30. 1 round check. He is pinned. Okay, well, that is not good. Definitely not good. Advanced fire phase. I mean, I do have the 4 up 2. No. Okay. All right, routes. Let's take away our counters here. Routes. Now, these guys have to route, so they will go to G4. Not much else they can do. In the advanced phase, I might as well chase after them. I don't want to stack these guys just yet. So we'll get the Norwegians to jump into G2. And I think that'll be it. No CC as per usual. We go to Turn 3 Germans. Take off pin. Okay. Yeah, this is actually a very big problem now because I am absolutely yeah, I'm bottlenecked in no small way. Try and rally didn't work. DM will stay on, and that's it for rallies. I forgot weather, no change. Um, there's nothing else to do in the rally phase. I don't want to pick up a mortar because that's just dumb. So we'll go to prep fire phase. Now, here's the dilemma I currently have. I need to get rid of this guy. And these guys have nowhere to move unless they I mean, not only do they have to CX, but I would have to move singular units. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure that like overstacking would give a bunch of penalties. I don't really want to have that. So let's see if piers. Let's see. I'm making sure I'm doing piers correctly. All rules for non-pontoon bridges apply to piers, except as stated. Otherwise, piers may be wooden or stone. Oh, and it's level 0, so it'd probably be doubled to go into the building. LOS. Don't really care. Yeah, it's neither hindrance nor an obstacle. Blah, blah, blah. Entry. Okay, so yeah, you would... So peers have a TM of 0, and you have to pay double. So this... Before, that would have been 4. I don't... they would have been CX'd. So something to keep in mind. But essentially, yeah, you can't... It's like a normal bridge. Like, you can't just throw yourself off a bridge in any direction. Now, just to be sure, we'll check pontoon bridge, but I really don't think that's going to change anything. I'll be surprised, actually, if it changes anything, because, yeah, permit enter non-road hexside. Yeah, permit entry, exit through a non-road hexside without scaling, swinging, fording. Infantry may enter as if it were open ground. Oh, so you can? Only pontoon bridges, which are always at ground level, permit entry, exit through non... Okay, so you can, but you're still paying double. So I can technically leave and go somewhere else with these guys. Huh. Well... I'm surprised that, I guess, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. Because the pontoon bridge is at level 0. Okay, well, prep fire phase, I need to get this guy out of the way. So we're at 36 on 30 because that has not changed. 6 on 30, K4. So this guy get reduced. And takes a 4 morale check. And he is broken, but not reduced in quality, which is impressive. Now, these guys... Yeah, like... I think I'm going to... Do I prep? Well, yeah, they're not at level... They're not level 1, so technically they don't see these guys. I can rally for route purposes, but then everybody coming in overstacks. Okay, oh my god. Okay, well... I think I'm going to Mortar's gonna get dropped. I really don't need the mortar at this point. I'm gonna try for a gamble here. Now this would be 2, 3, so I can technically assault move. So I'm gonna assault move to I4. I will take the opportunity to shoot. It is not open ground and it's not anything, so it's just a pin task check. Fine, pinned, okay, and nothing. So one guy is pinned. Was that my guy with the LMG? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so not that was the hardest thing, but I'm kind of glad that was limited. I am gonna try a shot from Z0. That is super clean. God damn it. Okay, well, that is a 6 down 2. Really lucky. No effects. Did I break LG? No. Okay. Very lucky. Now, I do... That is 2 movement. Or 3 movements. So I can subsequent. And I might as well. It is still down 2 from leader direction. It's just halved to a 3. So it's a 2 on 3. Which is a K2. Yeah, okay. Well, K2, random selection, leader, non-pin squad, unpin squad, pin squad. So pin squad, or unpin squad takes a casualty reduction. And then, what was that? K2, I said? Yeah, K2. Everybody take 2 morale checks. So leader is broken. Squad breaks. Breaks. And that guy's fine. So these guys break. This is... Yeah, this is terrible. I don't know anything I can do at this point. 4 up 4. I said it first, so why not? Stack in G2 is going to shoot at Prefired Squad in H3. It is a 14 up 3. 9 on 14. Normal morale check. Pin. Okay. That is a break reduction ELR. No, my ELR is 4. Yeah. So, does not ELR. Does break. Normal and pin. So leader. Okay, alright. That was their shot, and then 4 or 8 up 2. Pin test check, they're all just DM'd again. So nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't have helped at all. Alright, cool. I mean 3.5 to 1 up 2, 1 up 2. No. Honestly, I don't really have any options here. Routes, attacker first. Oh man, okay. So attacker first. I can't. Can I route that way? If I route this way, I get interdicted in J3. And I kind of just need to. So my options here, these guys all go here, except, yeah, MMG can go. Unless, yeah, they all have to go there. Then this guy also will go to the pier, right? Because that does count as route. Does it? Treat pier hexes as non-open ground for route purposes. Okay, but it's not a route hex. But no quarter is in effect, so I can technically low crawl. So yeah, they'll all low crawl there. I don't have a leader there. Shoot. You know what? We're gonna try for it. I've. Can they do it? That would be 2. think just 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 3, that would be 4, and 5. Yeah, they're good. Okay. So that all happened. And then this guy is just going to route back to Z0 because he can. Because this guy's pinned. That's it for routes. Advances. 468 is going to move forward because I need to do something. And that's the only thing I got to do. This is going poorly. Oh, man. Okay. Turn 3, allies. Weather does turn to Gus, but there's no fire and no smoke, so we're not really going to worry about it. Rally phase, I've got a squad in Z0, which even with the -3 is not going to succeed. And then over here, we're going to try for... No. All right. Tried and failed. Prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, might as well try the 4 flat. 7, pin task check. He is pinned. Ouch. Man, I've just... I don't know if I've rolled anything well on my morale checks, really. Yeah, no sense not to. That's a 6 flat. 8 on 6, I believe, is a pin task check. He's fine. Stack in G2. You know what? It doesn't really matter if these guys survive or whatever. Like, do I need to break these guys? Absolutely. Probably not. I think I would rather break this guy and see what happens out of it. Otherwise, it's a 14 up 3 shots. But I don't have anybody to shoot at this guy. If I'd broken him... Yeah, okay. We'll do the 28 up 2. I don't think that's going to matter because that is a 4 on 28. That is a KIA straight up. So that guy just vaporizes. Sniper doesn't activate either. That's been terrible for the Germans at this point. And then that's pretty much it for prep. Go to movement. This CX goes away. I'm going to assault move to G4, and I'm going to get re-DM'd there. I'm not going to take this sitting down, so we'll try a, what was that, 8? 8 up 1? Okay. And then because they've shot, I might as well try. We'll go 1, 2. Ooh. Actually, it doesn't matter because these guys are going to survive. So this whole stack is dead. I guess that's not technically true. Because they can't see... Yeah. So they get here for 2. Okay, I'm going to try for 4. I will try a subsequent. It is a 3 on 4. Actually, that might be a 2 on 4? Because it's -1. Yeah, no, that's a 2 on 4, which is a K2. So who gets the result? Leader, squad. Squad is oops. Squad is reduced. I got too greedy on that one, that's for sure. K2, morale check, break, and he's fine. So the leader breaks. This guy's fine. We'll do task check. He gets pinned. Actually, I need to do something else first. Sniper doesn't activate, and he needs the heat of battle, which is a 6. He is British, so there's a -1. He's not elite, so he battle hardens and creates a hero. That is the worst possible outcome for the Germans, as I could actually use a hero. And then, yeah, I task checked, which means he pinned. So, yeah, okay. So that is the thing that occurred. Defensive fire phase, none. I guess technically I could do him at half, so 3.5. I mean, even if I did the up one, we'll say up one. Now, I don't think the hero... Well, you know what? At this point, I'm already done with it. So we'll add the... We'll just do 2. 7 on 3.5 CTC. Heroes can't pin, and the other guy's already pinned, so nothing can be done. Okay, that's it for defensive. Advanced fire phase. I mean, there's not much of a point to shoot this entire... Well, actually, you know what? That's not true. Again, there's no... I could probably actually go there. So, I will take the defensive off. We'll do a 4 flat. 8 on 4 is nothing. It's a little unfortunate that's not a minus. But over here, I will take a shot. So that is a 3 firepower flat. 5 on 3. Normal morale check. That is not good. Pin and break. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Okay. That's it for advance fire phase. We'll go to routes. Attacker first. Leader is going to make his way down the line here. That's it for them. Okay. So this guy's going to low crawl. Ugh, I can't do him first. So I need to determine who can technically... So he... Because you don't route as a stack unless you're with the leader. So this guy will get there for... 4? No. Double 3. So he gets there for 3. He gets there for 3. This guy and this guy get there for 3. Or sorry, 4. He gets there for 5. And I think he can get there for 6. And he's also a half squad, so he also gets there for 6. So everybody manages to get there on a low crawl. But this guy then can't. There's just no more... that's not true. He can get there. Because that would just be... What's the number here? So it's 1, 2, 3. Now I'm on oversack. So 3 plus 1. So 4. Or sorry. It's 2 movement, 3 movement, 4 movement. So he gets there. Yeah, I can low crawl there. Yeah, okay. Because I don't think... I think you can still go there as long as it doesn't matter if you overstack or not. You just have to be able to route. And because it's not considered open ground, he can route there. So that's it for routes. So advances, we're going to do this. God, I wish he wasn't pinned because then I would try to do something. But that's pretty much all I can do. Yeah. CC phase, there is a CC. Finally, we'll go British and then Germans. The Germans are pinned, so they will get a +1. Their leader can't apply his bonus because he's pinned. Meanwhile, the British will get a -1 for the hero. Or they should get -1 for the hero, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. So, no ambush. But it is a 5-1, so we'll go to 4-1 for the Brits. That is absolutely a kill. And then it is a 1-6. No, that's not. Because they are 1-5 right now, which goes to 1-6. Yeah, so they are 1-10. Which there's no possibility of a result. We'll still roll, but didn't get anything. So leader is also liquidated, and now there's a huge problematic stack there. That's it for Allied turn 3. Take off pins. We got the last bunch. So stupid. All right, weather, no change. we have a rally phase to do here. Rallies, I've got a leader to try and self-rally, didn't make it, that's it. So that just, because you have to do self-rallies first. I guess technically I could have tried, but it didn't matter, that didn't work either. And then they will re-DM, and I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, weird. Why is it? Oh. That guy should be there. Alright, oopsie. And then over here, I have 2 guys to rally, so we're going to try this half squad first. Is that a half squad? Yeah. So they make it, and then the leader is it's an up 1 only because of the building and all that, so I will get him back, which is fantastic. Okay, that's it for rally phase. Prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I desperately need to eliminate this hero and squad. As much as positioning would be nice, I mean, I really need to try. So we're going to go for a 24 up 2. They won't cower, thankfully, but that is a 10 on 24, which is a 1 morale check. The hero is fine, and the squad is fine. Okay, well, that's probably game. Okay, well... Yeah, I mean... There's really... This is game no matter what. There's really nothing I can do here. I could try a 14 up 2. Okay, well, then, you know... 12 on 14 is nothing. And that's just game right there. We'll play it out. We'll play it out one last couple frames here, but I think it'll be pretty obvious as to why it'll be game over. So when you're overstacked, every squad over the overstack limit adds a -1 to a roll. This is very important when you have a leader that has a -2. So I will take a shot from them to the opening. It is a clear as day shot. It'll be on... I'm just using LMG. So it's 9 firepower. So on 9 firepower, there is... I'll just write this. 9 firepower. There. So I have 9 firepower. There is 1, 2, 3 squads total so far. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a -6 roll. Okay. Well, thankfully you can't go more. You can't go more than 3 KIA on a 9. So random selection on 3 KIA. Woof. Okay. Well, leader first. That's a great start. Alive squad, first half squad, second half squad, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this, I rolled 2 6s and a 5. I did not roll any other 5s, so there's no other thing. There's no other reduction here. So these guys are dead. The LMG goes to the ground. This guy dies. So these 3 are dead right off the bat. We'll take the prep fire off because it doesn't matter. Now everybody else is broken. Now I don't know if it's ever really come up. If a unit, they're probably all reduced because I can't imagine that squads would just get away for free if they're already broken. Units which cannot be broken, yeah, suffer casualty reduction, which means everybody here gets casualty reduced. So I'm just going to take this off to make it easy. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was this shot. I will then do a 4 firepower shot against the same stack. Now, because they're all reduced, there's no longer a minus. This is a flat 4. Did I roll the sniper? I did not roll for sniper. Whoa! 6-1. They can go anywhere, so I will pick here. Random selection, good leader, shit leader, big squad, small squad. Big squad is broken and nothing else. No ties, no nothing. Which I guess I should be very happy that there were no major ties in that big stack. But nonetheless, so that was a straight shot. That was only a 4. There was no modifier, so it's a 7, which does nothing. Here, I mean, I might as well just take a shot at the guys on the pier because it doesn't matter. And if I break them, they'll be eliminated. So I'm looking at a 10 firepower, down 1. 9 on 10. It's a pin test check. Pin test check. Leader is pinned. Squad is pinned. Not. And he's fine. So the first 2 are pinned, which is, again, impressive. And, oops. Why am I prep firing all these guys? I meant to defensive fire these guys. And then 2 flat. Okay. So I don't have any opportunity to shoot with the G2 just because they can't see anything, which is fine. We go to advanced fire phase. None can happen. So we take off all our markers. Routes. Now in the route phase, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. I'll just send all these guys to low crawl. I guess, yeah, had I gone for something else, maybe I could have gotten something better, but yeah, I can't. If I advance these guys into this building, they will I don't know if I can free action drop this mortar. I guess technically it doesn't matter. They will be at CX'd anyways. So we'll CX them to get into into G4. I don't have any other options. And then CC phase, there's none. So we go to Allied turn 4. 6, no change for weather. Rally, that's a +1 only, so the squad comes back, so that didn't matter at all. And these guys can't rally, but DM comes off. And take out pins. Cool. Prep fire phase. I mean, it's still incredibly silly to not do this, so 10 down 1. 5 on 10 is 2 morale check. He's fine, and the squad will break. So that squad is basically dead. I can try again. So big number 9 down 2 against the. Oh wait, there's nobody there. Well, then I'm shooting there because I already declared it. I don't know why I thought that there was ever a unit there still. Range 5, which is within everybody's range, so the number doesn't change, and it's still a -2, so it's a 4 on 9, which I don't know why I closed my table because I needed it. 3 morale check. Dead, dead, dead. He's fine, and he's fine. So 3 guys die outright, and then I triggered 2 snipers, which neither triggered, which is fine. I don't think I've rolled rate of fire anywhere. I have not been paying attention on that, so we're not going to care. The DN comes back on over there. Do I want to move in phase? Screw it. I'm just going to do 10 firepower up 3. 11 on 10. Pretty sure it's nothing. No. Cool. So those guys are prep fired. Movement phase. 1, 2, 3. Those guys are now dead. And then this guy will go 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter at all. Defensive. I will try a 16 up 3. 8 on 16. 1 morale check. The squad breaks, but the hero is fine. There's just a leader there, so that doesn't matter. Advanced fire phase, I don't need to. Like, I could do a 2 flat, 4 on 2s, 1 morale check. Dead, both the same number. Okay, well, cool. That happened. Routes. After we take off our things here. So routes, this squad dies. Can't go anywhere. And then advances. I mean, just for shits and giggles, I might as well just do that. This guy can go here. This guy can go here. Yeah, that's oh, sorry, route. This guy goes there. I can technically ignore it, but I might as well just stay here. Doesn't really matter. There's no ambush on pier. It is a 1-to-1 down 1 for the British. Nothing happens, and then it's a 1-to-1, so that'll be casualty direction. I think he just gets wounded in well, doesn't matter. He's just wounded. And now there is melee there. I mean, really, it's just playing with food at that point, because there's not, doesn't really matter. Turn 5, Germans, nothing. Rallies, there are 2. There's 1 guy that can rally, nothing happens. I don't care to pick anything up. Prep fire phase, I mean, is there anything I can do? Like, I can technically shoot, but I think it's pretty obvious nothing can happen. So just for shits and giggles, we'll try a shot. They cower, so nothing happens. CX will go away. Movement phase, none. Defensive fire phase, I'm going to take a shot in the dark. That is clean. I hate this. I hate this so much. How is that clean? Range is 4, so it's a 9 up 1. 8 on 9 is definitely a morale check. They both pass it, surprisingly. We'll try a 10 up 3. They do not cower. It's a 7 on 10. It's another 1 check. Break, and 1 guy's fine. I'm just gonna... Well, he can still carry it, technically. Sniper doesn't activate. These guys are defensive. 4 up 3. Nope. And no other shots I can do. Advanced, none. Routes. This guy can technically route, so he will route to E3, just because. Advances. It doesn't matter. So I'll try to kill a hero just because. We'll see if I can get it. That's it. CC 1 to 6. So hero is going to need a 2 or less. Nah. And then the other guys, yeah. 9. So it's a 5 to 1, 4 to 1. Yeah, they will casualty reduce them a second time, which I think just kills them no matter what. But even still, it's basically game anyways. I mean, it's been game for a while, but I could just as well do like CX these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the next turn, advance, and 1, 2, 3, 4 off board. There's no way for these guys to stop it at this point. 1, because these guys are on a pier, so even if this guy is dead, like we'll generously say he's dead, but these guys are on a pier, so they can't go anywhere. They can't shoot here. I have a monopoly on these 2 buildings. Essentially, this guy can't self-rally. And yeah, it gives me the second turn, because unless this guy self rallies and then shoots, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 advance, can I shoot there from to BB7? Yes, but it is range 10, so it's a 2 flat. Well, 3 on 2. It's a 1 check. Let's see, break. So 2 guys break, so 2 squads. So they'd have to get 4 points off, and they have 5. So not happening. It's just not going to happen. Especially not in 3 turns of movement, which, yeah, it's a big ask. They could do it. They would need the 3 turns. But all to say that when you have a death stack here that can just prevent any movement, like unless I rolled constant 12s or whatever, which I don't think is going to happen, it's just not a possibility. Very interesting scenario, I must admit. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I think that's my final verdict on this game end. So the reason why I'm not a huge fan of this scenario, it's interesting enough, but I think because you don't random the peers every time you enter the board, every turn, and you don't even get to pick like 2 of them. So you could say like, well, you have to pick 2, and then you divide, your forces in half. Because of that, I think if you end up having a problem like I did, where, I mean, man, how do I? Yeah, like the Germans had a great first shot, which broke everybody here that they needed to. Like these guys died because of it, or broke and died, or died, whatever. They did everything it needed to, and then on the clapback, they lost everything because the 9-2 rallied, and then everybody rallied with them, and then the shot was super good. You know, if the first turn goes poorly, I think that's kind of it for the Germans. Period. I'm sure that there's possibility for them to win. I'm actually curious what the ratio is here. Okay, so the roar data is inaccurate, which is freaking amazing that they picked the wrong scenario entirely. Um, how is this even possible? Okay, so let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Indeed. Confirm. What is roar data for this? How? Okay, so this scenario is a 40-3 victory chance, or win loss record for the Germans. How? How? I don't I don't get that. How is that so lopsided? Is it just like, I wonder if guys are just, they set up poorly, and then like, is that, well, let me see. I have to see the comments on all the games here. So since 2001, there are records going back 2001 apparently. We've got started in May, finished in July. What? How do you take that long? Whatever. The British and Norwegians missed too many shots and were quickly overwhelmed. Okay. I knew this year was one-sided when it started, but I still enjoyed it. Allies conceded on turn 7. Axis scored 26 VP, Allies 0, with only 8 VP left on board. Interesting scenario, really unbalanced in favor of the Germans. They have an overwhelming number of units compared to the Brits. Brits and Norwegians were able to inflict some casualties on the Germans, but they just kept coming. A desperate last-ditch effort to defend the exit failed, although the Brits did manage to exit 13 VP, but the Germans, despite taking casualties, were able to push past to rearguard and claim victory. Made a major miscalculation by misunderstanding my objective, and therefore set up too far west and became too engaged with the main German force advancing on the north side of the setup area. During this engagement, I lost a pinned British squad and my 9-2 in CC with a German half squad. Ouch. Allies were inflicting heavy losses and breaking most of the Germans as they entered along the central pier. Pulling back to exit area then caused the British defenders to be overwhelmed from 3 sides. Came down to last turn with German superiority. Okay, I'm very confused by this. Like, before British setup, the German player secretly records one of the piers as an entry hex during each of turns 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 Germans on this hex as if entering from off board across a pier hex line. Yeah, so like, I don't. Yeah, I don't quite understand how the Germans have won so consistently. Like, I think this scenario is kind of a trap, and maybe that's why, of like, oh, you didn't set up properly, so instantly the Germans get a foothold. And that's kind of why I really needed all my guys in these front hexes, because these will prevent any sort of like, I probably should have had a guy in FF1 if I was really like super paranoid. I would have put a guy in FF1, I think, or just maybe CC2. I already had. FF1 kind of feels like a trap, but I feel like these are the hexes you need to occupy at the start, because you don't want the Germans to get the easy cross road and then you're into all these buildings, and I can see that being a problem. The 9-2, despite how poorly it went for my British troops at the start, the fact that I was instantly able to recover really made it so that the Germans had nothing left in the tank. If I had advanced, it wouldn't have helped me at all. Maybe I should have put. Maybe the German units should have set up in J2 instead, because then I could have advanced to like K2, and then I'm locking out these units. I still would have been vulnerable, so it doesn't really change any of the firepower results. But yeah, I'm just surprised that this is so out of whack for the Germans. The fact that it's a 40-3. So I'm glad that I can be the 4 and 40-4. But strange that it's this one-sided. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. Rob, I hope you're doing well. I'm not quite sure why he wasn't around tonight. Maybe he forgot or thought that I was busy because it's Canadian Thanksgiving. I don't know. Either way, I hope he's doing well. I hope everybody had a lovely weekend, and we'll have a lovely week. This coming Saturday, we will continue, Rutan and I, we will continue our playthrough of Green Hell of Enor, so I hope to see people then. And hopefully, next Monday, I will be playing with Rob, and we will play the scenario we previously discussed. Let me see if I can... as a teaser for people, in case you didn't know, it is... I have to actually check Discord here. We were set to play Textbook Attack from GD3 Großdeutschland Pack 1, I think. So look forward to that, and have a lovely week.